Hey everybody, it's Erica, and today we're going to be talking about nutrition, and this is going to be a podcast mainly geared towards the college students. So, if you're a college student and you're looking to find better ways to eat healthy while living on a tight budget, then you've come to the right place. Today's podcast will be talking about the importance of starting healthy eating habits when you get to college and how you can achieve that goal. Welcome to the Project Nutrition Podcast. Just some background on me. I'm a student at Edgewood College in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm a biology major with a nutrition minor. I have a special interest in nutrition because I want to be able to live a healthy life while still being able to eat yummy food. I'm going to be talking about some of my personal experiences of college eating and how you can make healthy choices. So let's get into it. So, first thing we're going to talk about today is the benefits of eating healthy in college. For most of you, this is your first time being on your own for cooking, and you're going to have a wide variety of options to choose from. With the dining halls, you'll have anything from yogurt to chicken tenders to mac and cheese, and sometimes even an ice cream machine. You're going to have full freedom to eat whatever you want, and for some of you, this means eating all the junk food that you can get. Research has shown that eating healthy meals in college has been linked to higher grades, better memory, alertness, and having a faster information processing. There are many studies that show the benefit of healthy eating on the brain, and the evidence that supports it is that the nutrients benefit cognition function, and it also helps to enhance cognition abilities. Diets that contain saturated fats, which is mostly found in junk food, have been found to reduce cognitive processing. When the brain is functioning at its very best with the fast responses, the student will have a better ability to do well in school. The reasoning behind this link is that the foods that are healthier, such as eggs, oatmeal, or fruit, provide the body with the full feeling that'll last longer than eating junk food. Junk food's main contributor to the obesity rates in the United States today, and the health risks that are associated with obesity that occur in adults stem from eating behaviors learned during their adolescence, according to the World Health Organization. So overall, being able to learn healthy eating habits while in college is really important for your future. When it comes to making the right choices for college eating, either in a dining hall or maybe even just grocery shopping on your own, here are a few tips that can help you succeed. Make sure you're eating all 3 meals. That's probably one of my biggest recommendations for any college student. Our bodies need enough calories to function throughout the day because your body burns calories, and food is the main source of those calories that will be burned. Your body naturally burns anywhere from like 1,600 to 2,000 calories a day, depending on your activity rate throughout the day and your overall body mass. This will not only keep your bodies full for the whole day, but it'll also keep your metabolism active, which allows for your body to continuously burn calories. Most college students, including myself, miss breakfast because of those early morning classes. Some professors will let you bring your breakfast to class, which is helpful because they notice how eating during class will contribute to higher energy in the class. But sometimes those early mornings made it hard for me even to find time to get a healthy meal. I also find it hard to be hungry in the morning. But I noticed after a while, when I started to feel sluggish and tired after class, that I should probably start eating breakfast. So I bought a lot of those little breakfast bars like Luna bars, Lara bars, and even Cliff bars. And they help me with my energy levels a lot. Not only does eating the 3 meals a day keep your energy levels high, but so does eating enough protein. The average person needs around 60 grams of protein, and protein is an essential macromolecule for muscle development, overall growth of the body, and maintenance of our cells and tissues. So getting 20 grams of protein in each meal is ideal. In breakfast, this is somewhat hard to incorporate into the meal. Smoothies with protein powder is a great idea to get that into the meal. Meats are a great source of protein that you can also add to a salad or on top of rice even. If you're vegetarian, then there are usually veggie burgers or tofu that can be added in place of meat. Otherwise, nuts are a great source of protein. Not only are proteins necessary for a healthy lifestyle, but so are fruits and vegetables. This was probably the second hardest thing for me to incorporate into a college diet. The best options for veggies is using the salad bar and load up on them and take them back to your dorms to cook them up or save them for later in the week. As for fruits, bananas are great options and so are apples because they're easy to store for a while. Dark berries are really good if you can eat them right away too. You can add them to yogurt, along with maybe some granola, whatever makes you think that it'll taste the best. Some of these things to avoid in the dining halls are those sugary drinks like sodas and juices, and sometimes even those pre-made smoothies because they have a lot of sugar. You can, instead of taking like one of those smoothies, you can try and go for a water or a seltzer instead to get that flavor. If you want to enjoy a juice, you could try watering it down just to spread out the amount of sugar you're drinking all at once. Now we can answer some questions that some college kids might have about nutrition. My first question says, should I cut out all fats in my diet? When it comes to fats, they're commonly known as bad in a diet, but in reality, they're not bad at all. Fats become bad when they're consumed in large portions. The average person needs anywhere from 45 to 80 grams of fat a day, depending on their caloric intake. And when fats are not burned off by daily activities, that is when it's stored as fat in the body. This can happen with any macromolecule if it's eaten in excess, though, so proteins and carbohydrates can have the same effect as fat. Fats are necessary for the absorption of many fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A, D, and E. Fats are also a source of essential fatty acids that help us supply energy to the organs and muscles. Your body has no way of making these, so it needs to be consumed through food. There are healthy fats that you can choose from to incorporate into your diet that consist of unsaturated fats. Some good fats include nuts and avocados and fish. Fish are a really important fat because they also contain the omega-3 fatty acids that are needed for your body. But this can be acquired in other ways such as seeds. Try to stay away from the unhealthy fats because they lower the levels of your good cholesterol and raise the levels of your bad cholesterol. Some of these foods would include deep fried foods or anything that has trans fats in them. From time to time, though, do not worry about having that ice cream cone or the french fries, though, because you should be able to have the ability to enjoy what you eat still. Just try not to make it a habit when you're young and try to eat good foods every day. My second question of the day is gluten bad for you? And this is a common thought among people, but in reality, there is no reason for the average person to go gluten-free. There are some studies that have suggested that our digestive systems aren't able to digest this kind of substance, while in others show not really any effect of gluten on the regular person's body. The only time that has been consistently shown through studies where gluten needs to be avoided is those who have a gluten intolerance. A gluten-free diet is needed for these people because their bodies do not properly digest gluten, which leads to gastrointestinal problems. If you want to try experimenting with a gluten-free diet, you can do so and journal about how you feel overall to see how it's affecting you. Some people feel better because they end up cutting back on more processed foods that they were eating before, and they tend to overall eat healthier. Generally, though, if you don't feel as if you're being affected negatively from the gluten in your food, then there's not really a reason to avoid it. Next, we can talk about some healthy alternatives to your favorite junk foods that are easy to make. If you're in the mood for ice cream, one thing that you can do is freeze some yogurt in popsicle trays and maybe add some fruit into it, or you can freeze small dots on a plate to make Dippin' Dots. If you're looking for some energizing yummy treats, there are no-bake energy bites that consist of oats, peanut butter, chocolate chips, honey, and flaxseed. These are really good for the morning because they're easy to grab and go with. One of my favorite meals to make is a healthy stir fry. I grab up a bunch of veggies like peppers, carrots, edamame, broccoli, or anything else I can find in my fridge, and fry it up with some chicken and then serve it over some brown rice with some soy sauce on top. An even healthier substitute to the brown rice is actually cauliflower rice. Overall, there are a lot of recipes you can look up on Pinterest that are yummy and healthy, depending on what you like in your food. Thanks for listening, guys, and go try out a new recipe with a roommate or friend.